A month ago, guys, I was considering to not run Boston anymore. It's because of all of this struggling that I experienced for this, preparation. Yeah, because of course of my IT band problem. So this entire preparation like resulted to on and off progress, since day one. Yeah, if I'd go back to, from the start of this, preparation, the first 4 weeks, yeah, I would say things were good until, my right knee was like not really tolerating all of this back-to-back runs. So yeah, for the first 4 weeks of this preparation, I just did not really focus anymore on the mileage because, like I said, I could not run back to back. So what I did for the first 4 weeks, I said, I'm just gonna focus now on the workouts and in the long run. And then as I am getting into the second 4 weeks of my build-up, I started to struggle like getting my long runs in. I would say like if I go a little too far, then my IT band would like give me some problems and it's just really uncomfortable. So I said I could do it. So for the second 4 weeks of this build-up, I just could not really go the distance. And it was very tough for me because long runs are definitely important for this, preparation. So I had to kind of like readjust some stuff here again. I think what I did is I just kind of like focus on at least getting some tempo runs. It's not very long, but at least I was getting something. Yeah, because that's pretty much all I can do. Yeah, I can't do this long run, so at least like I can do some, maybe some interval workouts and like just some tempo. So that's what I did for the second 4 weeks of this build-up. So now, like just this final 4 weeks of this preparation, actually when I started that run, I felt really good. I said like, I think this is gonna be a good run. I would say like 2 miles in, I kind of strained my left calf. And it was just really bad, like there, it was just so painful that I could not run after that. And that was the reason why I said like, I think I'm done. I just can't do this anymore. I only got less than 4 weeks of training and I could not do my workouts properly. I couldn't do my long runs, and now I have this another problem. But here's the thing, guys. I knew exactly when I, started this preparation that I was not 100% healthy. And I could just easily, like I said, like, I think this is not gonna work. I just probably like not continue doing this, preparation. But there are days that I'd feel good. I feel that I could almost like run a very good marathon. And also there are days that when my IT band is acting up, it's very difficult for me to run. And yeah, to a point that sometimes I could barely walk. It was hard for me really to decide whether to continue or not. So yeah, that's what's been happening, for this pretty much this entire preparation for Boston. But here's the thing, guys. Like for me at this point, like I said, I've already come this far. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna try to go all the way. So if I cannot do this, like this last big long run, maybe I would not consider running the Boston anymore because I think I'm just gonna really struggle and I don't even know if I can finish the race. So yeah, I gave myself another chance. Like I said, let my left calf heal and then let's try this progression of this long run. So actually my first long run, I ran 20 kilometers Normally I don't actually like use kilometers when I do my long runs because for me miles is always better mentally. But the only reason like my first long run was like I ran this in kilometers because I ran this around this loop, which is actually 1 kilometer loop. So for me it's a lot easier to track, you know, my progress. I ran 20 kilometers in average, like 4:32 per K. So I think that's like 20 per mile, something like that. 20 kilometers, that's like just a little bit over 12 miles. So my second run, I have this loop around here in my neighborhood that it's like, I know exactly the distance. So I said, do not worry so much about anything else. The main purpose of this run is to get the distance. So I didn't even turn on my GPS. So I just counted my loops. And I think I at least got like at least 15 miles. So yeah, 15 miles, like 24 kilometers, I think, 24, 25, something like that. And now I said, the last long run that I need. This is the last opportunity that I need to do this. I need to make sure that I get this one, because if I don't know what to do. Because I was really getting closer and closer to the race day. And I don't normally like do these long runs when I'm this close to the race. Literally, like when I did this long run, this final long run, like 10 days before the race. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not really like doing a lot of runs. So yeah, my body is not like really exhausted because I've been doing a lot of rest in between. So my last big long run, I said like I need to at least reach 20 miles, which is, like I said, 32 kilometers. So I did exactly what I did with my previous long run, which is not like turning on my GPS, because you know that one worked very well for me to get the distance. So I did this one in the same exact route, which is about 1.5 miles, like 14 loops. So 14 loops there, that's equivalent to actually 22 miles. And to be honest with you guys, like that was really, I was really struggling to complete that distance. And yeah, just to finish that run was like very, very tough. My progression for this long run is not even, I would say, safe, because to jump from 15 all the way to even 20 miles, that's already a big, you know, like addition to this distance, which is not very safe. And I even pushed it to 22 miles, which is 7 miles, like more than 10 kilometers. So yeah, it was like a big risk for me to do that, but I said I need to do this long run, because for me, like this last long run is gonna be very, very important for me. So this is what I'm gonna say, guys. This has been a very, very tough preparation for me, and yeah, to a point that I almost just not run this race anymore. But like for me, like I said, I've already done so much and I've already come this far. To be honest with you guys, like I'm not 100%, you know, healthy going to this race, but I feel like I accumulated some of this fitness and at least like a little bit of strength that I think I'm good enough to finish the race. So my goal for Boston Marathon is just really to finish this race. If I just finish this race, it's going to be a very, very big achievement for me. So this is all for today, guys. Thank you again so much for being here today, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.